coming to you live on your chin. Oh, kid. Oh. This is the Going Deep Show.
Oh, she is a saucy mama.
Fighting for evil, good is dumb. Going Deep Showtime, guys. Hi, it's me, the kid. I missed your Blackbeard today. Colored my face in yesterday. Clean, can you tell? I got a little filler.
Nice.
Filled it all in, everybody. I'm not. You gotta be a man sometimes and admit that you are petty enough to color in your fucking beard, man.
It's completely okay to be vain once in a while.
I like to drain the main vein. I did. I drained main vein today, this morning. A couple times. No, not a couple times. I peed. Well, I guess draining the main vein would be peeing and jerking, right?
Yeah,
that would be draining it twice.
That would be draining it twice, yeah.
Today's episode of the program, episode 1777, which is amazing.
It's kind of like 666, but 777.
777. I thought the same thing, man. So
I like a 7 and 7 once in a while. I haven't had one of those in a long time.
We need to have some more theme episodes of the show. We've been kind of coming up with some ideas. And I thought one of the theme episodes would be like, we're never getting married again, so you don't get 7/7s and fuzzy navels, you know. Unless we went to the fucking bar and got a fuzzy fucking navel.
I do occasionally. Like,
do you really?
No, not a fuzzy navel, but a 7 and 7. I do like those, and I have one about maybe once every 1 to 2 years.
No shit. I haven't had a 7/7 since probably Sleazak's wedding, which was like in 2011.
I really like them. I do enjoy them.
Guess what, guys? Today's episode of the program is over. We are done out of. We're out of here. We're gonna go get some 7/7s, some breakfast 7s.
There you go.
Today's episode, I have deemed the Mr. Kleen complete playlist episode.
Oh my god!
I didn't do a ton.
I can only imagine.
Oh, I did some research. What I've discovered is Kleen and I have the similar takes on a lot of things. So the first few things that I'm bringing up here. It's always the world of the man versus the woman here on the Going Deep show. And I get constant criticism from my significant other. Well, not really constant. She's been a little bit more positive lately about stuff. And I think it's because, in order to take any girl's stuff seriously, they have to take our stuff seriously. And I think her not criticizing the mentality we've had for over 16, 18, 17 years, whatever it is. It's hard to...
Yeah, it's
hard to battle. It's hard to battle.
And we don't expect them to understand us just as much as they don't expect us to understand them. They do expect
exactly,
us to.
Kleen. I was just going to say that is a good way to put it, because I don't think that I have any intentions on understanding them, but I'm not sitting there wagging my finger at them like they should understand me. I don't care if they understand me.
Guys are simple creatures. They really are. Feed us, fuck us, and give us some space occasionally.
I think Kleen has come up with a new slogan for this podcast completely.
The 3 Fs. Feed us, fuck us, and forget us occasionally.
This week was the first week that I thought I need to go back and watch some Rogan. I've been catching his YouTube clips. He's trying to tempt the YouTube crew over into watching his stuff on Spotify. Have you noticed that?
And I am really guilty. I was totally, when he was on YouTube, I listened to him constantly.
Yeah, me too.
And you know what? I have only listened to him 5 times since he went to Spotify. And
I have not even listened to him once since he's been on Spotify.
And only 5, and that's, for me, I listened to him daily for a long time.
I listen to him a lot too, yeah.
And I haven't in a long time.
So his...
I miss it.
The clips he's putting up on YouTube are the ones that cater to us, cater to the guys that want to, still pretend like we have our, manliness and the things that we as guys like to have. So this fucking tidal wave of wokeness that has come across the entire, internet.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, I don't.
There's no other way to put it.
The thing about it is, and then we bring it up here. I'm guilty of it as much as the next guy. What it comes right down to is the more we consume that content, the more they're going to push that content towards us. But there is way more. We have to push through. We have to push through that baloney and just keep on plugging along. The more we kind of like buy into that shit, and the more we even address it, the worse off we are. So with that in mind, I really like what he said the other day when he was on the show. Guys, just because we're aware of what all of these other subgroups of fucking humanity want doesn't mean that what we want needs to disappear, essentially.
Exactly.
So
I completely agree with him as far as anybody that states this, not just him, but it is absolutely ridiculous to basically neuter ourselves because of other people.
Well, I think it boils right down to they want to do to us, to guys in general, about thinking about the way that guys think is essentially what we've done to everyone else. But guys don't calculatingly go out and say, I want to eliminate A, B, C, and D. What we do is we just are hyper-focused on what we want to hyper-focus on. As Kleen mentioned earlier, this is what we want to talk about. Right. We want to talk about tits and ass and fucking tan bikini babes and fucking beers and how much drunk we can do and how much debaucherous bullshit we can get into. Am I right?
Well, completely right. And to, continue on with that is we don't think about what we want to do or do. We just do. We do it.
In fact, I think what they've accomplished in anything, if any of these whatever quote unquote woke motherfuckers have done, they've taken people like myself who never ever had to think about this shit. They've put this seed in my fucking head to now have this as a talking point, which, by the way, this is not going to be a talking point at some point. We're on to your stupid bullshit, you little woke motherfuckers trying to get us to think like you and your little, we gotta have a cause and all this stuff. I completely appreciate that. And I don't know how many times I've said it. I appreciate the fact that you have a cause, because I guess what that means, I get to have my cause. So we're going to forget about your cause now, because that's what you guys have and that's what you're on board with. We're going towards my cause. So you can't tell me that I can't have my cause without you not having yours. So I'm making a bold statement here. If we subject matter on this podcast as we approach the next month to 2 months, 4th of July-ish, around this time, it's going to shift gears slightly, because we're not going to be sitting here crying about the whiny little bitchy woke people. We're just going to plug along talking about the tits and ass and the fucking porn and the vagina, all the debaucherous shit that these assholes don't want to hear. We're going to go towards what we do want to hear, and that's just how it's going to be.
Exactly. It's exactly how you treat a whiny child. You ignore them. You ignore them, and the behavior stops.
Kid, I'm a kid though. I'm over here bashing my fucking microphone. I'm pissed at my mic.
He's all hyper this morning, folks.
I am. I'm good. But Kleen, I love when you find these headlines. Joe Rogan says giving into the woke mob will result in straight white men not being allowed to talk. Part of me is very, very. It's sad that he again is having to think about these things, because I don't.
Yeah, but I
don't want to think about these things.
He's dead nuts on. I mean, he really is.
But is that really what these people want? They don't want to completely shut them up, because that means at some point we're coming after you motherfuckers. You think you're going to be able to just jibber jabber and talk without us coming after you, without guys coming after you? There's a whole separate tidal wave of wokeness that would be the guys coming back to fucking destroy your wokeness. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there are a lot of people attacking the woke movement right now,
woke.
too.
Who the fuck made this woke bullshit? I hate the woke.
And you know what?
I like woke.
At least use the word awoke instead of woke.
I hate the fact that, think about what the word woke is. And when I wake you up, Kleen, or when somebody wakes you up,
I expect a blowjob. I
don't know how many times Mr. Kleen, Kleen always wants a BJ in the morning. I don't know how many times I've called you and you're still sleeping, you're tired. I call him up sometimes where it's like, Kleen, we got 5 minutes before showtime. And he lives close. He lives pretty close.
Yeah, I'm only about a half mile away.
Yeah, so Kleen lives super close. But I don't know, how many times have I called you and be like, Kleen, hello? T-minus 15 minutes and we're on, and you're not here yet.
Well, yeah, the whole thing is like when I have a day off and I actually sleep normal, and I go to bed like a normal human being, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to set my alarm because I forgot we had a show.
So I'm making a bold statement right now, and it's not really that bold of a statement. We are going to veer back towards way more topics that include things that guys want. And if you're listening to this show and you're thinking to yourself, you haven't been too focusing on what guys want right now, no. We're not just gonna focus more on what guys want. We're gonna just eliminate all the pussy bullshit that we gotta fucking deal with. The woke Rogan stuff.
We need that audio clip of that song. Remember that 80s song? It was like, I know what guys want.
Yeah,
that'd be funny.
What is who sang that fucking song?
God, it was it Sheena Easton maybe?
Nah, Sheena Easton back in the day.
It might have been Sheena Easton, possibly. I think I'm wrong, but possibly.
It's like fucking Blondie.
Was it Blonde?
I think it might be.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Deborah Harry, right? Was her name?
I think so. Deborah Harry. By the way, my first crush
was Deborah Harry?
Was Deborah Harry. Oh, really? My God, absolutely. Because she came out early 80s, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, yeah, dude. Something about her. She had the sex appeal. I to this day, she's an old lady now. She's a fucking, you know how ancient that bitch has got to be?
You know, I don't know what it is, but I always wanted to fuck Pat Benetar back in the day.
Pat Benetar.
I did. I was
even with that boy haircut.
I did. I don't know why, because I'm not attracted to short-haired women usually.
I am not at all. I hate it.
There's some women that can really rock it though. Some.
Oh God, listen to this, Kleen. Not to totally veer off on a tangent here, but when I went to a strip club in Pittsburgh, there was a girl there. Of course, her name was quote unquote Tiffany. Like, oh yeah, your name's really fucking Tiffany. Give me a fucking break. Your name's not Tiffany. This chick had the hottest body I've ever seen in my life. I mean, to this day, I can close my eyes and fucking picture this bitch. Okay, that's how fucking hot this fucking body was.
I can relate.
And she kind of set in motion what I have become today. Because before that day, before I went to Pittsburgh, I was a little more, I wouldn't say conservative, because I still love to do all the fucking crazy, stupid shit that I was doing. Just something inside of a dude. That's what it is. She
just woke the beast.
Pretty much, yeah. Because we were able to hang out. I hung out with her a little bit when we were there, and we were talking, and there were other strippers there, and you know, I'll tell you one thing: the waitresses, Hooters chicks, stripper, fucking escorts, any of these girls, they are competitive as a motherfucker. Okay, if you go into a restaurant, I've been at the Hoots locally and been at the strip club or whatever. If you show any interest in another girl at the strip club, they'll let you know, that's not the one. You don't know. She's not into this. She's not into that. So this girl I was a little more, I had short hair. I was pretty clean cut. You know, I would say clean cut would be the way to do it. This chick had super short hair too. But she was just a fucking beauty, man. Fucking beauty. Her friends, of course, were like, which one of the girls do you like? Of course, I mentioned her. And then it was like, well, I don't know. She's not into the more straight-laced guy, this. And I'm not saying I changed for her, because it was just like, wait a sec. It got my mind thinking that guys can kind of like reinvent themselves into whatever they want. Kleen, you've taken the conscious decision to shave your head, and girls like that. I've taken the conscious decision to have my long hair.
I was going bald anyhow, so I just shaved the rest of it.
I always like when... girls will slip out sometimes that they want you to cut your hair or do something different with this or do something different with that. Some girls on the ripped bod, some girls on the dad bod, some girls on this and that. So, but that girl had short hair. She had really good, nice, cute short hair, and
they're like relating to the woman that was so hot to you. Like mine was a chick from Montreal.
You went to Montreal. You went to Montreal.
Canadian chick.
Oh, she was from Montreal. Where'd you meet her?
Cheetahs, just across the bridge.
Down in fucking.
In what the fuck is it right there? God, having a brain.
Windsor.
Windsor. Thank you.
Windsor.
Thank you. But
Windsor.
She is the hottest chick I've ever seen in my life. Like flat out.
Do you think it's just because you were young at the time and you had like boners every 2 seconds?
I wasn't young. I was in my 30s.
That's like 50,000 years ago.
Yeah, well, 20 years ago, right around 20, right around.
20 years ago was a long fucking time.
But no, she was fucking smoking. I used to joke around. I don't know why, I used to call her my little Swiss Miss chick, because she was super blonde.
Where is this bitch? Let's bring her in here.
Super blonde, super blue eyes. She spoke nothing but French. She didn't speak English at all.
Oh.
But
So she could insult you in all sorts of other languages.
I know like 20 words in French, and that's it.
What are your 20 words you know? Do you know? You don't even know 20. You know 5.
At that time, I just know. I remember. A couple things I remember is just we American. Right now, I am American.
Clean, you know 5 words. Let's be real.
Nowadays, I do, but back then, I actually studied French for a little while.
Oh, you did the French of the kissing?
Yeah, French of kissing, French of pussy.
Little Pepe Le Pew over here. He's got a little Pepe.
Let me love you.
Clean Le Pew. Everybody, let's shift gears just slightly here. Researchers in South Korea found that an astonishing large amount of Viagra is in the wastewater near nightlife hotspots in Seoul. This, to me, shows 2 senses of desperation.
Exactly. That's why it's perfect for us.
Seoul, South Korea, which, by the way, has a very significant Going Deep show following listening.
Really?
Yes.
Well, Korea is a happening area. I mean, it's happening. I had a friend that's from Korea originally, his family.
We have some South Koreans, but amazingly, no North Koreans. Kim Jong is not listening to us. What the fuck, Kim Jong?
Call in. We'll have you on the show.
Come on, Kim Jong on. If you want to blow something up, come on. If you want to strap your uncle,
we will send you a red-eye sex robot.
Yeah, they're making all those sex robots over there. But Kim Jong. If you want to listen to us, we see the South Koreans there. It's hilarious because Japan, China, all these fucking Asian countries, right? But then in the middle, North Korea, nobody's there listening. They just don't let any of that information out. I know how it is, you goddamn protectors of everything. Can you imagine living in one of these countries? They would never allow what we're talking about on that country.
Heck no, we'd be in a
we'd be in a firing squad. Exactly. We'd be up against the fucking wall. They're like, these people said words that we can't have you listening to. Isn't it crazy how people say things that they think and then you have to ingest that and then come up with your own opinions? It's a miracle that the world has survived.
What do you want for your last meal, kid?
What do I want for my last meal?
I want
pussy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Vagina. I'm just gonna eat it until my fucking jaw falls off because I'm dead afterwards.
Researchers found unexpected high levels of erectile dysfunction drugs in wastewater in Seoul, South Korea. Levels were 3 to 4 times those found in Brussels and 2 to 5 times in Copenhagen. Use of erectile dysfunction drugs apparently to spike on weekends and in nightlife hotspots. So I would really love to see Miami's numbers on this, LA's numbers on this, New York numbers. But more interestingly, if they're able to narrow down on the Viagra aspects of this, what I really want is I want to know how much roofie there is. Red Eye Sex Robot. I would love to know how many times Red Eye's been to Roofieville and added some roofies to the mix of things. A little Spanish Fly action.
There you go. It's old school Spanish Fly. I haven't heard that in a long time.
We were just watching some Beastie Boys videos over the weekend, and those motherfuckers, you got to fight for right to party, right? Go back and watch this. This is on Apple Music now. They have this almost MTV style Apple Music video thing where you can watch the music videos, right?
I wonder what the chemical in Spanish Fly was. I have no clue. I really don't. I don't know what it was used. But go ahead.
No, you go for it, man. What were you going to say?
But the funny thing is all these people, relating to the story, is people don't understand. You take all these narcotics and you take all these drugs and you got to piss. And guess what? We're drinking recycled water, people. And it all comes back and they can't filter that shit out.
I'm very curious about that. And then one thing I'm going to bring up in the next episode here is how the shift in mentality comes when everybody gets, as we say, woke. The whole, we finally realized what we did was wrong when we were kids, even though we loved every fucking second of it.
God, you know what I mean? Right, we did.
If you could go back to those times, I guess nobody would ever do that, right? How many people who are woke right now who are being forced to be that way? If you were given the chance to go back to the way you were, and go either fix what you did or just have fun doing what you did, you would do the second.
You imagine, okay, if we're not the same age, but somehow if we magically became the same age and we had the knowledge we do now and we got put back into teenage bodies, how much fun we'd have going to high school together. We'd be nailing bitches right and left.
You know it, Kleen. Everybody and the kids, this is the Going Deep Show, episode 1777. Lots of serious discussion, lots of fun, lots of laughs. It was great to have Mr. Kleen in here to yammer on with me, just like we normally do. Kleen, do you have final words? Let's give them out.
As usual, if Kid and I were in a time machine, we'd be doing the first Eiffel Tower ever back in the day.
Turn my child into the devil!
We'll see you guys soon. Hit thegds.com. Till the next one.